How awesome is Debz? Isn't she fabulous? Loved that conversation with her. Oh, we had a long chat, as you do after the show. And I booked her into the Inner Sanctum. I said, I've booked out for this year because I've got everyone in. And then I realized that I'd totally forgotten about October and I hadn't booked anyone in October. I'll tell you what, the star teachers are really making this connection between her and I. Because normally I don't forget about an entire month to book in a teacher. That is bizarre. Like, I looked at the schedule and I'm like, I haven't got anyone booked in for October. How'd that happen? Because I've booked November and December and even into next year. Anyway, so bizarre. Yeah, soul sister. The teachers, I recognize her teachers, same teachers teach through me, the mob that I reverently call the mob. Yeah, she's beautiful. We were just talking about how she's been doing work with Costa McCrease, who I've had on the show, doing the CE5s and mass meditations. And she said that they did a sort of conference, online conference, mass meditation, and they had like over 10,000 people join. And I'm like, whoa, we were talking about, on the show, we were talking about how this work is expanding, and it so is. It really is. And we were also talking about after the show, she said that she's got a lot of Australian clients. And I said, I've got a lot of American clients. Isn't that funny? And I said, I asked you specific questions about how people react to who you are and stuff, because I get so many American people saying to me, I'm the only one I know in my family or my friends that thinks about this stuff, and nobody else wants to talk about it, and everyone thinks I'm crazy. So that's a lot. We have that conversation a lot with the people that join my groups, my Zoom groups. And she said that she gets that conversation from Australians too. And I said, really, where are they? But she said more from places like Tasmania, because there's a huge conscious community in Sydney. And but she was saying that people could contact her more from outside of Sydney. It's amazing to me because I'm marinating in this conversation, and everyone I talk to is like all my friends, like everybody. And so it's amazing to me to think that people don't tune into this conversation at all, that I forget that there's the mainstream world out there that just don't think about this stuff, and they don't want to think about this stuff. Even my daughter, who sort of like doesn't want to talk about ETs and asks me to stop talking about ETs, she has this conversation with her friends. It's her generation. They talk about consciousness and meditation, and she spent some time with some Buddhist monks down in a temple down the south coast recently. So she's into the conversation. She just doesn't want to talk about it from an ET perspective, which I find hilarious. That'll change, of course. But it's amazing to me that anyway, that's what these shows are all about. And I love hearing stories of people that have these really successful, linear, mainstream human vocations, lives, and then they have this massive spiritual awakening, and they have these 180-degree shifts in their life from thinking that they're one person to another. And that was somebody that I've just has reached out to be on the show, through the death of her son. And that's many of the conversations I have on the show, through the death experience, awakened by death, or ET contact experience. Yeah, the world is waking up. The world is waking up. So if you're one of those people that thinks you're all alone, you are not. There are millions and millions and millions of people that are having this conversation. You just have to find your tribe. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So you will attract those people to you the more you start realizing that what you once thought was crazy and woo-woo is now your truth, and that you are this infinite, multi-dimensional being that can access broader awareness and fly anywhere in the cosmos, really, that you will attract others that know that too. Whether it's initially on Zoom, but definitely in the physical, because the thing about this is that most people don't talk about it when they're out at their parties or at work, because they don't want to be seen as crazy or ridiculed. But when you are brave enough to open up and say, I believe in contacting extraterrestrial life and higher civilization, talking to dead people and psychic ability and all that stuff, when you do openly talk about it, you find that there are others that also don't talk about it that go, yeah, I believe in that too. And so you start finding your tribe. But it's been so ridiculed through our media system. Still today, I see mainstream news programs, bashing people that think that they're psychic and stuff like that. It's been so ridiculed that people are reticent to talk about it openly. But yeah, talk about it openly. Talk about it openly, and you'll find more people in your physical space that want to talk about it openly, even if they've just opened the door. It's just ajar, and they want to open that door even wider to see what's beyond this mental construct that we have created in this world, which is rooted in limited thinking and limitation and separateness. To find that unity, I think all of us, no matter who we are or what we do or what we think or what we believe, all of us want more love in our lives, want more to feel more unified with love. There isn't a person alive that doesn't want to return to the truth of their source, even if they speak about it in a way that is very mainstream. My boyfriend, husband, partner left me and I'm heartbroken. That's that desire to return to that feeling of love, which doesn't ultimately come from the other. It comes from your connection to yourself, to your inner being, to your higher self, to your divine presence. And in a way, all of us are asking for that in one way or another. We're asking for it in our careers. We're asking for fulfillment, and in our relationships, and in the stuff that we want. We gather more stuff, or we eat, or we drink, or because we're looking for that feeling of unity that we're thinking that we don't have in this polarized world, which explores separateness so beautifully. So yeah, we're all having that conversation in a way. Anyway, I'm going to go, and I'll see you this weekend in the Inner Sanctum. Beautiful Jill is coming to talk about being a prenatal medium. She's excited. She sent me a message. And dragon energy, more dragon in the group, the Inner Sanctum group. We've got a chat group on Facebook. Lots of dragons, lots of dragon energy. The dragon energy is fierce in our group. But there's just, we've been talking a lot about dragons. And I posted a picture of this big rock in a cave that looks like a dragon eye. I saw on Facebook this morning. Dragons. So we're going to have more dragons this weekend in the Inner Sanctum. And Debz is going to come and chat to us in October, which will be great. We'll channel the teachers, and get some messages from the star teachers. Beautiful. All right. Love you all. Big time. Thanks again for listening and watching. And remember, check out the book Awakened by Death if you haven't already. Big love. Bye for now.